Hey there movie fans, welcome to the Blues of February 2015, my monthly DVD and Blu-ray update. First up, I'd like to give a shout out to my fellow YouTuber and also my fellow countryman, Vlogging Bestendo. He's a nice guy who has a big collection of movies. I mean, his entire wall is full of DVDs and Blu-rays. Now, he has been on YouTube for a very long time. I believe he was on YouTube before I came on YouTube. But for some reason, people stopped watching his videos. I don't know why that is, but I hope that this way you will give him some support and some love, and subscribe to him if you haven't done that yet, and go check out his videos because they're absolutely worth it. So, Vlogging Bestendo, the link is below. Go ahead and check him out. Okay, first up is a small stack of DVDs that I got in a trade. The first one is The Dawn is Dead, which is a very good film. Often being compared to The Godfather, which is understandable, but still, this movie is worth it. As a standalone film. Very good film. This Thing of Ours, which I haven't seen yet, but it looks interesting. Kind of like a mafia type of movie. Especially these two guys. They always play these mob type of characters, gangsters. I believe they were also in the Sopranos, and they're always being typecast as gangsters. But looking forward to checking this one out. Hoffa, which I haven't seen for a long time, directed by Danny DeVito, stars Jack Nicholson as Jimmy Hoffa, whose body has never been found even to this day. And if you ask me, I think they dumped his body in cement, and then this cement is now part of a building. I think that's in my opinion that's what happens. Because they used to do that back in the day. The mob used to do that when they wanted to get rid of a body. But yeah. And the last DVD that I got is We Are What We Are. This is an excellent horror film, by the way, by Jim Mickle, the director of Stakeland and Cold in July. This is an American remake, as it says here, of, I believe, an Argentinian film, which I haven't seen. This was really good. I don't want to tell you too much about it. Just go check it out if you haven't done it yet. But yeah, excellent film. We Are What We Are. And those were my DVDs of this month. And now on to the blues. And these 4 Blu-rays I got in a trade with Kyle, Shagra65, A Bronx Tale, which is a great film, directed by Robert De Niro, Cross of Iron, Sam Peckinpah, a classic film. Absolutely love Peckinpah. Start Up, this was a very good prison film. Excellent performances by Jack O'Connell and Ben Mendelsohn, Australian actor. You can see him behind O'Connell there. He plays O'Connell's father in the movie. Yeah, terrific film. I really liked it. This one, however, this was really great. This was actually a surprise that Kyle gave me. And this was a really great film from Australia. Fantastic performances, also of Aaron Peterson, which I've never heard of this actor before, but I thought he was tremendous in this film. Hugo Weaving, of course, was fantastic as well. He's always fantastic, in my opinion. But this was a great film, and the cinematography looks beautiful. The Australian outback, it looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, this is highly recommended. If you haven't seen this movie, go check it out. Great film. Great ending as well. Mystery Road. And thanks again, Kyle, for giving me this. I really enjoyed it. These two Blu-rays I got from Italy, and they were €5 each, so I could not pass them up for that. And I've been waiting for this one to come out on Blu-ray. This is The Age of Innocence, by Martin Scorsese. Beautiful, beautiful film. His only romantic film that Scorsese has ever done. But the cinematography by Michael Bauhaus looks absolutely stunning. Bauhaus worked with Scorsese on a couple of films like Goodfellas and Gangs of New York, for example. But this is such a beautiful film, and I'm glad to finally have it on HD. And the other one is Romeo and Julieta, or Romeo and Juliet, which in my opinion is the best movie adaptation of Shakespeare's classic tragic love story. I have not seen all of the Romeo and Juliet films, however, but of the ones I've seen, this is definitely the best one. Directed by Franco Zeffirelli, who also did some other Shakespeare films, like the Mel Gibson version of Hamlet, which I believe came out in 1990. And he also directed The Taming of the Shrew with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. And now for something completely different, John Wick with Keanu Reeves. I absolutely enjoyed this film. I thought it was such a great action flick, and with some great action scenes. And Keanu Reeves, it's actually hard to believe that he is 50 years old now. I mean, he doesn't look or move like a 50-year-old person. I mean, he looks like he's 10 or 15 years younger, if you ask me. But I thought he was great in this film. Really enjoyed it. And it says here, Keanu Reeves best since The Matrix. I actually agree with that quote. This is definitely his best work since The Matrix. And I'm looking forward to the sequel. I think they're planning to do a trilogy, so that's very good. And really enjoyed this one, John Wick. Next is the Dutch steelbook of The Equalizer, based on a television series from the 1980s, which I am familiar with, but I've never seen an episode of it. And I was very, very entertained with this movie. I love these kind of action revenge movies. Always enjoy them. And there's many similarities between The Equalizer and John Wick. I mean, in both films, Keanu Reeves and Denzel Washington plays a former hitman who are forced to come out of retirement and do what they do best, which is killing people. And also, in both movies, the bad guys are Russians. So, I guess if you're going to do an action movie in Hollywood, the nationality of the bad guys is either Russians or North Koreans, right? But I like to see an action movie with Dutch bad guys. That has never been done before. But I thought it was really, really good. The Equalizer, and a very nice steelbook as well, by the way. Next are two titles I got from Twilight Time. The first one is Inherit the Wind. I love a good courtroom drama, and this is definitely a great one, with some extraordinary performances by Spencer Tracy and Frederick March, and also by Gene Kelly. I don't know if this is a coincidence, but both these actors, Spencer Tracy and Frederick March, they once played Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. March played him in the silent version from 1931, I believe, and Tracy played him in the 1942 version. I guess that's just a coincidence. But anyway, excellent film. And the other Twilight Time Blu-ray that I got is, of course, the 30th anniversary edition of Fright Night. This one has special features, the one that the first release didn't had, But these are great special features. It has some audio commentaries and a lot of behind the scene footage. And there's also the first ever Fright Night reunion panel, which is really good, by the way. And I'm still hoping they're going to bring out Fright Night Part 2 on Blu-ray, so fingers crossed for that. Next is Thief, fantastic film by Michael Mann. I actually thought that I've seen this movie before, but no, while watching this film I come to realize that I have never seen this movie. Yeah, this excellent film. Great performance by James Caan, and this is from Arrow Video, and it is limited to 3,000, as you can see here. There's a lot of great extras on here, including a 2001 documentary, the director's Michael Mann, which concentrate on his career. Yeah, and then there's also some interviews of James Caan and other stuff. Really nice edition, and this also comes with a reversible cover. You can see that I actually chose for this one. And here is the other cover, which is the same one as the slip cover. And of course it also has the booklet in there as well. So great release and a great film. Next one is Lust for Life with Kirk Douglas as Vincent van Gogh, or Vincent van Gogh, as you say that in English. We actually, we in Holland we say it Van Gogh. I know that the G is very difficult for non-Dutch speaking people to pronounce. But this is actually, I did not know that this is a Dutch edition, and I did not know they actually released this on Blu-ray, let alone having a booklet in there. Let me show you what it is. It's a very beautiful release. Of course, it got the 2-disc set here, the DVD and the Blu-ray. But it also has this one, a little booklet, which is well, basically it's kind of like a diary of Kirk Douglas while he was making this film. I haven't really dig into it yet or read it, but yeah, this is pretty much a diary. This is about the first day of shooting, Tuesday, September 20, 1955, in the morning. And here is what Kirk Douglas subscribed of what happened, while he was shooting this film. So it's very interesting. Some pictures are there as well. The unfortunate thing is for this is not a English friendly booklet. It is only in Dutch and in French, which is the other side here. Which is pretty much the same, only it's in French, of course. What a wonderful release, this one. And there's a poster of the movie Lust for Life. And the movie looks wonderful, by the way. It looks absolutely gorgeous on Blu-ray. Wonderful film. It's been, quite a few years since I've last seen this one, but I've always wanted to get this, and glad I have it now on Blu-ray. Lust for Life. Next is Stray Cat Rock. Now these are 5 Japanese exploitation movies. They contain Delinquent Girl Boss, Wild Jumbo, Sex Hunter, Machine Animal, and Beat 71. All stars Maiko Kaji. And this is limited to, what is it, 2000, there it is. Also released by Arrow. I don't know if this is still available. I think this is already sold out, but I'm not really sure. Sadly, I haven't seen any of these movies yet, so I cannot tell you anything about it. But these movies came out in the 1960s, at a time when Japanese cinema wasn't doing very well because of television. Everybody was hooked on television, which was this new invention back in the day, and people did not want to go to the movies anymore. And the Japanese movie studios had to come up with new ideas to bring the audience back to the movies. And Nikkatsu, which is the oldest movie studio in Japan, came up with these so-called new action films. And they were such a big success that they ended up doing 5 movies. And in the early 1970s, Nikkatsu wanted to make these so-called pinku films, which is basically adult films, porn films, S&M films, something like that. And they wanted to Michael Kaji to star in those films, but she was not interested in that, so she went to another studio where she made Lady Snowblood 1 and 2 and the Female Prisoner Scorpion movies, Anyway, yeah, this is a little card from Arrow Video. You see all these other releases by Arrow. And of course you got the Day of Anger, which is coming out in March. Cannot wait to get this. This is a great spaghetti western with Lee Van Cleef. And here is the Blu-ray and DVD sets. 2 Blu-rays and 3 DVDs over here. So very gorgeous set, and I cannot wait to check out the movie. I'm sure this is a lot of fun. A lot of 1960s psychedelic action and all that, which I enjoy. So yeah, looking forward to check out these movies. Stray Cat Rock. And finally, I got this very beautiful Blu-ray release of Once Upon a Time in America, the extended cut. An extraordinary piece of cinema, this one. Definitely a masterpiece, in my opinion. Although I do prefer Leone's westerns. I absolutely love his spaghetti westerns that he had made. But what's so great about this version is they have added 22 minutes of new footage into this film, and you can clearly see what the new scenes are, because quality-wise it's not as good as the rest of the film, but it's certainly a more complete version than the previous one. Although I have questions if this really is the director's cut. I mean, there are rumors that Leone wanted to release this film in 2 parts, and each part would be 3 hours long. So you have this 6-hour movie in total, but the producers refused that idea, so he had to cut more footage of it to to come up with the almost 4-hour version. And we will never know if this really is the version that Leone had in mind. But whatever it is, it is the most complete version out there so far, and that alone is a cause for celebration, right? And this is a wonderful release. I mean, it does have the new version as well as the theatrical cut. You can see both Blu-rays here. The new version is 251 minutes long, sorry about that, and the theatrical cut is 229 minutes long. And it also has a small booklet in there with a hard cover. You can see some information about the restoration of the movie. Some pictures, of course, and there's a foreword or letter from Martin Scorsese. Thanks to his company, Film Foundation, they were able to restore this film, and also with the help of Gucci, which they actually financial back up the restoration, which is very good. And there is the master himself, or the maestro, I should say, himself, Sergio Leone, and some interesting text and pictures there. It's absolutely sad that Leone died too young. I believe he was only 60 years old when he died in 1989, and he was busy doing doing his new film, which is called Stalingrad, also with Robert De Niro. I would love to see that would have been great, a World War II film directed by Sergio Leone. But unfortunately, we'll never get to see that. Wonderful release and a magnificent film, absolutely. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to see that 6-hour version someday. You never know. There's also rumors of a 8-hour version, but I don't know how. Like I said, it's only rumors. I don't know if that's true. But anyway, wonderful film and a wonderful release. Once Upon a Time in America. Now, before I go, I'd like to give away a few UltraViolet codes. These are from the American Blu-rays, and well, let me show you the first one. The first one is Once Upon a Time in America, the extended cut, which I showed you before this. And here are the details that you need to know for it, including, of course, the code. Next one is John Wick, and there's the details of that. Great film with Keanu Reeves. The next one is Hannibal Season 2. I showed this one in an early update, and here is the information that you need to know on the download codes and all that. Gone Girl, I showed this in my January update. Really good film by David Fincher, and here are the details with the code. And the last one is this the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And here it is. So congratulations, whoever get these codes. I hope you will enjoy them. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.